Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm your host, Tristan, and it's just me. It's just a solo show today, folks. Before I get into it, I just have the last couple of days or past some days ago, I've been, just not feeling like myself and kind of affected of me not want to do a podcast, but I fixed it. I've just kind of had some days where I just felt like, what's the point anymore? Just feeling down and just not wanting to do anything, honestly. Just work, make my money, and go home and sleep and repeat again, and then have my days off and do absolutely nothing. Just stay in bed and read or whatever, and, it was kind of that. And then, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I started, one morning I just started to lift my bar set and just go crazy with it while I listen to a podcast and while do all these sort of workouts while I listen to a podcast, and what do you know? I go to sleep, wake up, and I feel amazing. So, yeah, I'm getting back on that whole my workout routine, and, now I just gotta plan out the diet, and I'll be honest, I'm doing this because of the fact that, I have a fast metabolism, for now, of course, but I have a fast metabolism, and I'll be honest, I don't know, I hate to talk about me or, my issues that I have with myself, but, like, I might as well talk it out, just get it out there, because, hey, we all got issues, and, and you could always skip forward to the topics, of course, if you don't want to hear my, just putting myself down, I guess, but, I mean, my headspace is good right now, but I just felt like, I am, like, I'm working out, I have a fast metabolism, and I hate the way my wrists are so damn small, and, when I look at myself in the mirror, I can sometimes see my rib cages, and it's just not rib cages, but ribs. But yeah, I don't know. I just feeling like crap a couple of days ago, and now I feel better, and now I'm starting to work out. I just got to get the diet, and for a guy who has a fast metabolism, I read that I have to eat a lot, and so that's gonna be fun to get where I don't really know what the goal is. I just want to, I don't know if there is like an end game kind of thing when it comes to working out where the goal is or anything. I mean, who knows? I just hope I can get to just look bigger, I guess. I don't know how that's possible. I gotta look into proteins and all kinds of stuff, and I'll just go to my basic diet, which is basically vegetables and chicken and water, and that's it. That's it, and just go from there. Get your vegetables, and I like peas and corn and all that fun business, and that's about it as far as vegetables go. I mean, I like all the vegetables, but I don't know, I prefer peas, and chicken's good, just don't add any, just basic chicken, no seasoning or whatever, and then just burn it off, with whatever I can do, all these, like, stuff that I come up with. But yeah, anywho, yeah, so that's how I've been feeling lately. I hope everyone's doing good as well, but, anyways, enough about me. Time to talk about some news now. I thought I'd talk about the first things first. Let me talk about this Batman news. Okay, so you all have heard that Robert Pattinson is Batman, and it kind of sucks that Brittany isn't here, because I would love to get her take on this. I mean, we did text back and forth, and I mean, next time when she comes on the show, she'll give her thoughts on it. I won't give anything away of what her opinion is, but for me, I don't really look. I am all for it. Again, if you had asked me who would I want to be the next Batman, I couldn't tell you, because honestly, I'm just like, throw a rock and pick somebody. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, we're getting Batman. I don't care who plays it, as long as they're an actor and not like somebody like, a model who's becoming an actor. I want an actor. I want someone who has experience or whatever. And, you'd think I'd be upset with it. Like, I'm not upset with it. And I'll tell you why. Because I should be in that camp of like, Robert Pattinson as Batman? Are you kidding me? No. But it's not the case. And you know why? Because of the fact that, first things first, I should hate this because of the fact that I was forced to watch those god-awful Twilight movies. And, yeah, I should be upset, but I'm not. And it's because of this, because of the fact that the man just kind of, after Twilight, he just went to do indie films. And I gotta have respect for that, honestly. It's just like, okay, this guy focused on his acting career. Like, he could have just called it quits after Twilight, but no, he still kept going. Like, he had his franchise. He could have gone either way to the next franchise or just do those big movies or whatever, but he didn't. He just went in to do indie movies. And you know what's even more? It's just incredible. I like that this guy thought about it and just thought, indie movies, just want to build my, acting up, just learn the craft and keep going and doing indie stuff. And so I guess that's kind of why I'm not upset about this casting at all. I mean, sure, I'll be honest, his eyebrows kind of throw me off. So, I mean, he's a good looking guy, he is, but I don't know, I think he has like very thick eyebrows, and so kind of throws me off just a bit. But other than that, Robert Pattinson as Batman, I'm all for it, Again, but then again, at the end of the day, I wouldn't have cared who was the new Batman, because, it's Batman. I mean, nobody really, for people who are not in the circle of, like, online, like the average moviegoer or whatever, I don't think they're gonna care who's the next Batman. Sure, I'm sure when, they see that Robert Pattinson as Batman, I think there will be hesitation, but I don't think it's gonna like crash and burn or whatever. But I don't know. I'm curious, honestly. I'm very curious about it. I mean, I am. Although I will say I kind of am not looking forward to seeing what is supposedly the villains of the movie, which are apparently the Penguin and Catwoman and possibly the Riddler. Like, okay, alright, fine, whatever, do a new take, whatever. I mean, that's fine, but I don't know, I was kind of hoping for a Hush type of villain, or a Mr. Freeze, or I don't know, I just kind of wish we can like branch out into new villains. I mean, you look at Nolan's films, for example. I mean, good on him for, he used 2 villains that we saw in previous Batman films. But he did Ra's al Ghul, he did Bane, he did Talia al Ghul. And yeah, I kind of had hope that, the villains would be somebody we had seen on screen. But hey, the Penguin and Catwoman, I mean, alright. I want to see, I hope to see that we get a Penguin that's more of a mob boss like he is in the comics. And so I hope that's the way they're going with it. I imagine that's how they're going to go with it. But yeah, now who do you get as Catwoman? Again, just throw a rock, pick an actress. So, I mean, I don't know, the Batman, it's good. I'm glad that it's back on track and it's actually looking like there's actually progress being made now. And yeah, what do I expect? I don't know what to expect. Although I will say I am glad that seeing the reports of that this Batman movie isn't going to be another origin story, because yeah, everybody knows Batman's origin story. Like, you don't have to keep showing us it. We get it. We get it. We get it. I mean, just put it to rest. We all know. We all know. So hopefully, I mean, that's the one thing I hope they don't show. It's just don't show the origin again. We get it. We know the story. But yeah, staying on top of things with DC, how about that Wonder Woman 84 first poster, teaser poster? Very colorful, and from the looks of it, Wonder Woman's got a new suit. Very New 52-esque look on it. I dig it a lot. I mean, that's what it seems like. She actually has sleeves and all that good business, and I just hope that, you know, she actually has sleeves, and, you know, it's not just those colors being on, just covering her up or whatever. I just, you know, if it's a new suit, I'm all for it. I will say, you know, I'm just curious as to see what the whole deal with Steve Trevor being back is all about, because I imagine it's got to do something with gods, obviously, you know. But yeah, Wonder Woman 84, I'm ready for it. I'm excited. More Wonder Woman. Yay. Yay, yay. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about a poster, honestly, other than it's very colorful. Kind of reminds you of a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of poster. Very colorful and all that vibrant pop colors. But yeah, I'm excited. First look, great. So there's a Django and Zorro movie possibly going to be made. Now this Django and Zorro movie is gonna be based off of the comic, which is apparently a sequel to the Tarantino Django Unchained movie in the comics. And honestly, if this is gonna be made into a movie, I'm curious. I'd be into it. I'll definitely see. I mean, does Tarantino come back? I mean, either way, I'd totally be down for it. I mean, even if he doesn't, I would love for him to be a part of it in some way, because, I don't know, the idea of Django and Zorro teaming up together kind of seems pretty damn cool, honestly, if you ask me. But yeah, yeah. Just burning through these topics like nothing. Alrighty. Let's talk about the Swamp Thing pilot. Oh man. Swamp Thing, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, you know, I've been, you know, talking about this show before, you know, coming up, and I've been waiting patiently to see this movie. I mean, this pilot, this episode, the first episode, and I gotta say, damn. Yes, it's all set up, but damn, does it set up this whole Swamp Thing world. This, you know, and it very much feels like it's its own thing, and I hope it is. Like, these DC Universe app shows, I hope they don't interconnect. I hope they don't. I just want them to be their own thing. Just do your own shows. Don't connect anything. Not everything has to be connected. Like, just some things just don't need to be connected, you know? But if they do in the long run, fine, that's cool. But anyway, Swamp Thing, the pilot. I very much enjoyed it. Now, I'm a Swamp Thing fan. Specifically, my favorite run and probably the best run of Swamp Thing ever is the Alan Moore run. And it seems like it's going to be very influenced by that run. And it very much feels like it. Like, I love the fact that, yes, it's going to be very horror. Like, this show is going to be horrifying and it's great. I mean, let's just dive into it. So the beginning of the episode shows, you know, these three people dumping something in the water, and, you know, you hear these vines and all this business, and, you know, the vines start attacking them to the point where at one point the vines strike this boat, and it, like, impales one of the guys, and it's graphic, and it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then, I mean, the show is just amazing. The show is very, if you're a fan of horror, this is a show for you. I mean, as far as the first episode, yeah, it's definitely for horror fans, and it's just, it looks great, it feels gross and looks gross, and just the environment's just very spooky and just like really unnerving, creepy. Like there's a moment, we've seen in the trailer where you see a body just like rising up, and it's basically these vines that are taking over, these crazy vines. They're like mutated and all this business, and that scene alone in the morgue was very creepy, very unsettling. Watching it, just watching these vines rip through this body, and it's just like, oh my god, like they did a nice, well job of blending the visual effects and the practical effects. Like, wow, what a great, very well thought out process of like wanting to do this creepy, gooey stuff or whatever, and just, it's great. I really dug it a lot, and it ends with us seeing Swamp Thing. Alec Holland gets turned into the Swamp Thing. Well, it's complicated to describe what Swamp Thing is. He's basically a living vegetable with the memories of Alec Holland. It's not actually Holland becoming a Swamp Thing. It's just a living being made out of plants and all kinds of business, and I am so looking forward to the next episode, honestly, to see how the Swamp Thing monster moves around, and, to hear it speak is another thing, too, which I'm sure they'll get down. But, yeah, as far as the look of it, the little sneak peek that we got of it, looks great. Looks great seeing in the show and seeing these photos, too. Like, it looks great, but I can't wait to see, it in movement. Like, I mean, just a practical suit, and it looks well detailed, and I can't wait, honestly. I can't wait to see more of this, and I am down for it. And honestly, as far as the pilot goes, this is probably the best, in my opinion, the best pilot I've seen for a show ever. Just well sought out, like set up, and you like these characters. Characters are very intriguing. Everybody's got a interesting story, and I'm looking forward to seeing what others think about it, especially like people who aren't somebody like me who knows anything about Swamp Thing. Like I can't wait to see what others think about Swamp Thing, because of the fact that it's going to appeal to people, people who love horror. And I don't know. All I can say is right now, I think the DC Universe app has their first great show. I mean, we all know how I thought about Titans, and with Doom Patrol, I thought it was very different from Titans for sure. Had its own little tone, even though it just kind of felt like after finishing it, I was like, that was okay. That was okay. It was pretty good. Not great. I mean, I don't know. Would I recommend Doom Patrol? I mean, I would. But then there are things in it that is just okay, I'll be honest. I feel like they overdo it with the cursive language, like to the point where it kind of gets annoying. And I don't know. It's just nothing. It never really picks up. I don't know. I don't know anything about Doom Patrol, but I like the characters. I like their origins. But as far as like progressing through the show, it just didn't progress through anything, honestly, and just kind of felt like, they're just going through episodes and they're looking for the chief or whatever, and by the end of it, when it's all said and done, it's like, okay, that was pretty good, I guess. I mean, it was pretty good, but okay, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, but anyways, with Swamp Thing, I just have a good feeling that this is going to be great. This is going to be really good or great. Because so far, that pilot episode, it just knew where it's going. It feels like it knows where it's going. And yeah, I am excited to see what they do more. I mean, come on, Swamp Thing. I mean, that's what I'll be honest, when I first got the DC Universe app, I got it just for the Titans show, because I was like, finally, a Teen Titans show, even though it wasn't going to be Teen Titans, but it's a Titans show. And yeah, I was definitely disappointed with Titans. And then Doom Patrol comes along, it's like, okay, this is better than Titans, but I don't know. And then Swamp Thing comes along, it's like, alright, definitely worth the price, for now at least, for just based on one episode. But yeah, I'm also curious to see, just where it goes in general, and wonder if this is the only season we're gonna get, because I'd be totally cool if we just got like 3 or just 1 season of Swamp Thing. I'd be okay with that, honestly. But yeah, Swamp Thing, if I don't know, if you don't have the DC Universe app, I would just say, since it's only 10 episodes this season, I wouldn't say, if you have a friend or if you know somebody that has a DC Universe app, you should, ask them and say, hey, can I watch that pilot episode of Swamp Thing? Because I heard it's really good. Because, yeah, I think it's pretty well done. But yeah, Swamp Thing. Speaking of shows, I saw a little show that was adapted called Good Omens. Now, I'll be honest, never read the book. Good Omens, written by the great Neil Gaiman, and I'm forgetting the other author, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Good Omens, starring David Tennant and Michael Sheen, and I gotta say, for 6 episodes, I could not stop putting it down. Oh my god, this show was wonderful. I really dug it. Yeah, I kind of felt like, every time we moved away from David Tennant's Crowley and Michael Sheen's Azrael, I'm probably butchering that name, but yeah, every time, we moved away from them, I was like, come on, get back to the main guys or whatever. Because I loved their chemistry a lot, and it was great, and the story behind it, the overall miniseries, is great. And 6 episodes just fly by real quick. Especially, so basically Good Omens is about, the demon Crowley, the angel Azrael? God, I'm just butchering that name. Wanting to prevent the end of the world by, caring for, trying to make, what's it called? Lucifer's son to be a good person, not in the whole world. And it's wonderful. It's really great. And, I'm not going to spoil anything, but still, it's just 6 episodes. If you have Amazon Prime, go for it, watch it. It's really great. And the humor is great as well. I had a good time with Good Omens, so shout out to Good Omens for being pretty damn enjoyable. Yeah, so I saw some movies, last time, these past few weeks. Why don't I start with, one of the movies I saw, and that is Brightburn. Now, Brightburn, if you don't know what it's about, it's basically, evil Superman as a boy, Yeah, just gone wrong, and just, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna, what? I said it best as a tweet. I might as well read my tweet, what I said about it, because I don't really know anymore. So, I was like, basically what I said on my Twitter was, Brightburn was a movie. I shouldn't be surprised I was let down, because how can you do a Superman gone bad kind of movie, honestly? Sounds great in concept, but how do you make it interesting is the question. And that really kind of sums up how I felt about the whole movie. Like, by the end of it, I just felt like, so this is it? Like, I don't know. Wasn't for it. I did love the little tease of, like, there are more of these guys. We got one underwater. There's a witch that strangles people's necks with a rope, and yeah, that was great. But overall, I just felt like, what's the point in this? I don't know. I just didn't I don't know. I will say, it's cool that we focus on the adults, but I don't know. The whole, within a, I don't know. I would have loved to seen, so he basically gets his powers, or learns his powers, within a day, and he's just automatically evil. There's no progress of him just, becoming evil. I was kind of hoping for that, not just the snap of your fingers and then bam, he's evil now. I don't know, just kind of felt there should have been more. Kind of, could have done better, I guess, but I don't know, just kind of let down, and I don't know, I was very disappointed, but I shouldn't be surprised, honestly, because it's just well, what do you do if you make an evil Superboy movie or whatever? What do you do with it? What story do you tell? And I guess it does kind of make sense if you're going to do it from the perspective of the parents, and I don't know. Speaking of the parents, the mom is just, oh my god, the mom was so fucking stupid in this movie. It's just she's just no, we can save him, and then when he finally turns on her, she's like, oh, yep, he's bad. When she finally figures it out, it's you have a kid that's landed in a spaceship. You don't think he's not evil? I don't know. I love that the dad caught on real quick, but just, I don't know, the mom is something else. Speaking of the dad in this movie, oh my god, there's a moment in it, spoilers, that when he finds out that his adopted crazy superhuman son killed one of his friends, takes his son out to go hunting, and as the boy is looking at these deer tracks, Daddy Dearest behind him just points the gun at his head from afar and pulls the trigger, and that was really Jesus, that's a bit far. But then again, he didn't know he was indestructible, I imagine. He didn't know that. So, but then again, he does say, he's never had a bruise, he never bleeds, and all this business. So, he could have he should have known that he was indestructible. Don't know why he thought going for the head was going to be the best option. And then, of course, his kid just laser eyes. He uses his laser beam heat vision to, burn his skull, and that was pretty cool. And I will say the goriness in this movie, pretty well done. And honestly, for a movie that was $6 million, looked pretty damn good. Especially when Superboy's flying around or whatever, it looked pretty damn good. And that mask is creepy as hell, I'll be honest. That mask is really fucking creepy. But yeah, Brightburn. There's not a lot of good things I could say about it other than it's an hour and 30 minutes, so there's that. And, I had time to kill, so yeah, did that. But anywho, another movie I saw recently, John Wick 3, Parabellum. Oh my god. So, I love the first John Wick movie. I liked the second John Wick movie a lot. And this third movie did not disappoint at all. I mean, at this point, the action is great. Everything is so wonderful. And I gotta say, if part 4 is coming, I'm so there for it. Because where it leads off and at the end of John Wick 3, I'm so there for it. I just loved everything about it. The action was great. The characters progressed, and new things were coming. And when new things came, it was great. And then there's a big showdown in the Continental, which is basically the hotel of the John Wick, universe. And my God, never have I ever been so damn excited to see, just guns. Like, it was just great. It's a great flick, after, I think what I can say about these movies, like, if you're into action, the John Wick movies are there for you, because they're so well done, and, you can see what's happening, and just, like, bunch of people getting killed, and it's great. And John Wick 3 has Halle Berry, which was really surprising to me, because of the fact that I figured she would be the co-star of this whole movie, but no, she's, like, only in it for the second act, at least. And, she's not in it for the third act. But yeah, she was great in it too, and her fighting styles and all that business, you could tell it's her doing all the action, and she's great. I mean, I saw a behind-the-scenes clip of her doing some gun training, and man, she was great. And dogs, of course, getting their bite at the bone. Just what a good time. It was really, really great. I had a lot of fun with it. It was great. I just had a lot of fun with it. And, part 4, I'm ready for it. After seeing John Wick 3, I totally see why they want to do a part 4, because, just where it left off, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's John Wick 3. I totally loved it a lot. So another movie I saw recently, yesterday, was Booksmart. Now, I saw Brightburn on the same day that I saw Booksmart. So I saw Brightburn, was very disappointed in it. Went to Booksmart, and look, I'll be honest, I saw it because, all the buzz, everybody was raving about it. And, believe the hype, as I saw most of the people that I follow, they were saying all that kind of business. So I thought, all right, I'll give it a shot, So I look at the trailer. It's basically two high school students who are about to graduate, who've always been about school, and know, like, having fun. And then, just before graduation, they want to have a party or go to a party. And yeah, and I'll be honest, by the end of the year, don't be surprised if this is my favorite movie of the year, because right now, so far, it is my favorite movie of the year, which is kind of crazy to say because of the fact of how much I loved Avengers Endgame, with it being so personal and just like fan service at best. Booksmart, I don't know, it just felt, I loved it a lot more. The humor in it was great. The drama, when the drama hits, it really hit me. Like, I had a great time, and the two leads, the two lovely ladies who are leading this movie, are just phenomenal. You really connect with them, and you believe their friendship, and oh my God. And I also gotta say, you want to talk about diverse in a movie, like, call me blind or stupid or whatever, but like, this is the most diverse movie I've seen. You got whites, you got Asians, you got Mexican, you got blacks, and you got the gays, and oh my God, everybody was so great. It felt like, yeah, like, this is real life, this is happening. And oh my God, Booksmart, I mean, I'm just saying it now, it's my favorite movie of the year so far, and wow, it was a lot of fun to watch, and I might just go see it again. I mean, hopefully they'll still be playing it, because God damn it, that movie was too fucking great and too funny, and I loved everything about it, honestly. And there was never a moment where I just felt it dragged. None of that at all. And just, God, this is if you haven't seen Booksmart, I would totally recommend it. See it whenever you can, because it's a great movie, honestly. I loved it. I mean, it's great that we get these, giant big budget movies, but at the same time, it's always nice to see these little movies come out and they just kind of like surprise you, and I just had a good time with it, honestly, and I loved every minute of it. So yeah, Booksmart. I loved it. Hopefully I get to see it sometime again next week or this week. I don't know when, but yeah. Alrighty. I think that's all I got for today on this episode of Spoiler Appetite. So yeah. So hopefully next week Brittany will, or next time she has the time, whenever she can, not leave me doing the solo stuff. But hey, I don't mind doing solo. Sometimes I just when I need to talk about something, I want to talk about some things, I should just do it. But yeah, hopefully Brittany will be back, and we'll talk about more about that whole Batman as Robert Pattinson and, what she's been up to. I know she just got a new job, and that's great. That's great. She's making money, she can go see, like, the next big movie, that's for sure. And yeah. So, yeah. So anyways, enough with it. So that's Spoiler Appetite for this week. I'm Tristan, and you've just been spoiled.